This week on The Good, Bad, and Ugly, they sampled cauliflower, cheese nips, and kimchi. Food Ventures ventured over to Sangria's and tried a Bandera burrito with Mexican coleslaw. Impact Point, we go channel jumping. And Decent Exposure talks about Goats and William Shakespeare. The HowToos talked about surviving finals, and we get creepy with Uncovered.
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Awful. I'm Torrin Gotterstead.
And I am Perry Lee.
Where we taste the foods that are good for you.
The ones that are bad but taste delicious.
And the ones that are just plain awful.
The good, cauliflower. Extremely low in calories, high in vitamin C, a good source of minerals.
See, you say not for the good.
And now for the good.
A lot of people hate cauliflower, but I just love it. Oh my god.
Now do that with kimchi.
That sounded like you broke someone's bones. For the bad today, we'll be having cheese nips. It has 180 calories per serving. It's very high in sodium, but is a very delicious, quick snack. Wow. And now for the bad. Cheesy nips. That's how I always eat cheese nips, is I just eat it extremely fast and just take giant handfuls.
There's no other way.
I think that's how you eat everything.
No.
That's how you eat everything. And the awful. Kimchi. Fermented vegetables. High concentrations of dietary fiber provides the daily amount of vitamin C. Alright. And the awful.
Round 4
This is something awful. No.
of Perry Iverson Johnson
Oh my god.
against whatever this is. Freshman's over there, bud.
That's too far away.
Swallow it.
I'm sad.
Swallow it. Man up. Man up. Do it. Come on. Swallow it. You got it, Doran. No. No, don't you dare. Don't do it.
Every week.
Swallow it. There he is.
Oh,
Come back, kid.
the dare. He takes
Oh,
the dare.
dude, I almost threw up when I did that.
Yeah! Doran conquers it all.
I'm Torrin Gotterstead.
And I am Perry Lee.
And we'll see you next week.
Yep, we will.
I guess so.
You think so?
Hi, I'm Austin, and welcome to this week's episode of Food Ventures. Now, last week we stated that we were going to be going over the Fedez Bistro's menu, but we encountered some problems with that plan. So today, we're actually going to be going over Sangria's Mexican Grill. And Sangria's is located on Wabi Lane on the south side of Green Bay. And for the most part, they're your run-of-the-mill, average, high-scale Mexican restaurant, with their menu including burritos, chimichangas, tacos, enchiladas, fajitas, and an assortment of other Mexican dishes. From their menu, we chose to try the cactus burrito, which, as you guess, is stuffed with tender cactus, pico de gallo, sauteed veggies, queso fresco, and then finished with some ranchero salsa, and then more queso fresco and pico de gallo, with a side of Spanish coleslaw. So let's give this dish a try. So, it's actually, it tastes kind of like a spicy vegetable, maybe like a pepper, kind of, and like very ricey as well. This thing's got a lot of rice in it, apparently. So, yeah, I mean, if you like spiciness and vegetables, like peppers, I'd say more so, this is definitely a good dish to go out and try. Well, that does it for this week's episode of Food Ventures. Join us next week where we will be sampling Takiran Michaukin's menu. I'm Austin Deming, and this is Food Ventures.
Hey, and welcome to show 5 of Impact Point. We have a brand new show filled with news, gossip, and the weird.
Let's get into it with our weekly blitz.
Your weekly blitz. The Packers are on a roll lately, and they picked up their 3rd straight win against the Browns this past Sunday. With Cobb and James Jones out to injuries, Jared Boykin had a great game with over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. AJ Hawk added 12 tackles and he is having a great year. In MLB news, the World Series will start this Wednesday and it'll be between the Boston Red Sox and the St. Louis Cardinals. And I'm going to have to go with the Sox in 6 games. Alright, now it's time for a new and weird wacky sport.
Heyo, it's getting a little weird in here. You've heard of Olympic pole vault. This is a little different. First, let's take away all the things that make it safe and, add in some possible drowning and breaking your legs when you crash against a beach. This is canal jumping. People run across a dock or stand and then jump on a long pole and vault themselves across the river. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. When you're flying through the air, make sure you climb as high as you can on the pole to increase your chances of injury. When you crash on the beach, make sure you fling yourself the farthest for the win. Ouch. Either way, that's gotta hurt. Up next is the dirt.
Alright, well this week on the dirt, possibly one of the best NBA players of all time, Bill Russell, was arrested in a Seattle airport after they found which was a handgun inside his carry-on. What was this guy thinking? I mean, come on. Alright, well that's it for Impact Point. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to tune in next week for an all-new show.
And here's your Impact Point of the week.
Hello and welcome to Decent Exposure. Today we talk about William Shakespeare.
And goats.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Kyle Tappa.
And I'm Caitlin Klein.
How are you doing today, Caitlin?
I'm alright. How about you, Kyle?
I'm doing pretty well. A little under the weather, but it's the start of winter, or almost start of the winter, so weather's changing, it's getting a little colder outside, so I fell prey to it. It's my fault. Anyways, what is the movie that you bring to us today?
My movie is Goats.
Goats.
Yes,
Goats. Okay.
About this kid who grew up with his hippie mother and her friend who has goats who just kind of takes them on treks and kind of like goat spiritual type thing.
Okay, so you say her spirit animal was a goat.
This is you
don't think? Okay.
He just kind of takes them and he goes into the wild with his goats for a couple days.
Cool.
Yeah, and
sounds like fun.
He goes off to school and kind of find balance,
Yeah, you gotta interact with people. You can't just interact with goats. That's just weird.
Yeah.
People start questioning you when you start just hanging around with goats. So, anyways. What would you rate the movie?
That one's going to be a pass.
A pass. I think I understand why.
Yeah, that's just, you just at the end of the movie, you're like, is that really, did I just watch that?
Did I just really waste an hour and a half of my life watching a kid with goats? And yes, you did. But now you won't because of us. So you're welcome, viewers. All right. My movie is called Anonymous. Now, Anonymous is about a retelling of William Shakespeare and how, really, was it William Shakespeare that wrote all the plays, or was it a anonymous person who wrote the plays and then a guy named William Shakespeare presented all of them? So it's a really cool retelling of the story of the beloved author William Shakespeare. It's a rent for me. It's a good movie, but it's pretty long. It gets kind of boring in some places, but for the most part, it's a good watch. If you really like William Shakespeare, I highly recommend watching it at least once. So, Anonymous with a rent. So, Caitlin, did you listen to anything good recently? Anything you want to present to our lovely, beautiful audience?
Yeah, there's this band that I like. They're called Lucky Boys Confusion.
Okay.
And the
Sounds
thing
good.
with them is there are a lot of different things. You got your rock, you got your punk, you got your reggae, you got your hip hop. It's just a little bit of everything.
That sounds really awesome. I'm going to have to check them out.
It is.
All right, sounds good. What was the name again?
Lucky Boys Confusion.
Lucky Boys Confusion. All right. Well, my band is called Sleeping at Last. It is about as indie as you possibly can get. It's very mellow, very minimal, a lot of just piano and acoustic guitars, but the guy can sing like nobody else. He will put you to sleep in 5 seconds flat. I do it every night. It works wonders. Check him out. sleeping at last.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today.
But thanks for stopping in and watching our episode. Big shout out to my friend Carl Delane for providing all the music for today. He's a pretty awesome dude. Check him out at soundcloud.com/Carl Delane. And don't forget to email us at decentexposure.
Three.
Yep.
Three.
Yeah,
Yep.
with the 3 at gmail.com. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Have a good life, and you've just been exposed. Whales, save the world.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the How-To segment. This week we will be teaching you how to survive finals week.
Sleep is one of the first and simplest things you can do to make it through the week. Going to bed anywhere at any time will ensure your brain is working to its full potential when you're studying and or taking the exams.
Starting to study early will help make finals week a little less hectic and stressful. And remember to take breaks and split up your work into smaller chunks. It'll keep your sanity and make you feel less daunted.
Be sure to keep your energy levels up by eating plenty of food and drinking a lot of water. Choosing healthy foods that are good for energy like whole grains will keep you satisfied and focused on other things besides food. And remember to eat breakfast.
Put your friends on the back burner until all exams are completed. You may feel guilty, but they should understand.
Duh, leave me alone. You want to hang out right now? I can't. I have to study.
And the minute you're finished with your last exam, you can party it up.
Are you done yet?
Yes!
Yeah!
With these tips, your finals week will be less intense and stressful, successful, and by the end of it, you'll have the freedom you deserve.
Next week, we find out what's behind this door. Is it a storage room, a classroom, or an office? Check back next week to find out what's behind this door, along with another behind-the-scenes look at NWTC. This has been Uncovered.